Being happy anyhow. Being happy, problems and all. Hello, y'all. I'm Diana Brienne. You know, I met a lady one day and she seemed so happy. And I knew from her conversation that there were quite a few problems that she had. And some were more chronic and some were more acute, which means some could be changed and some could not be changed. And yet she seemed so happy and so cheerful. And I asked her, I said, what's your secret to being so happy? And she said to me, she said, honey, she said, you know, if I waited around for all my problems to be solved, I would never be happy. So she said, I decided to choose to be happy regardless of what problems I have or had. She said, you know, life can be challenging and life can be difficult and it can throw things at you that you may not necessarily want or even anticipate. And yet she said that life is what you make it. And she says, I choose to be happy even with my problems. She said, I actually embrace my problems for what they are. I try to change the ones that I can, and I adjust to or accept the ones that I cannot and make the very most of them. And then I move on my way. She said, there are situations in life that sometimes if we don't embrace them for what they are, we're not going to be able to be happy. And she said she chose long ago to choose to be happy regardless of what her circumstances were. She realized that a life well lived was making the most of your life. And that's what she was doing. She was trying to correct or change what she could and live her best life. And yet she also learned to adjust, accept, and even embrace some circumstances that were out of her control so that she could be happy. You know, we can't change everything. We can change a lot of things, but we can't change everything. Sometimes we can't change other people to be what we want them to be. So we can walk away or we can adjust to the relationship. Sometimes we have a job that's not perfect, but we don't want to leave it for one reason or another. So we can adjust to it or we can be unhappy with it. Often when we can find ways to embrace or adjust to something that is okay to adjust to, not everything should we adjust to, not everything should we embrace, but things that we absolutely cannot change, often if we can find a way that we can be happy anyhow, that is usually the very best way to go. Because there's always going to be problems in life. There's always going to be challenges. And yes, we should be motivated to correct the ones that we can. We should be motivated to reach for our dreams and to live our best life. And yet the things that we cannot change and we can't walk away from, and circumstances that are there or we choose not to walk away from, sometimes we learn to navigate around them, with them. Sometimes we learn to adjust to them, and sometimes we even learn to embrace the circumstances for what they are. So learning to be happy is a skill, and it's a wonderful, wonderful skill to have. From my house to yours, may God bless you. I hope you like, share, subscribe, and I hope to talk to you soon again. And that lady I met, she was truly one of the happiest people I've ever met. Hope to talk to you soon. Bye-bye.